how big a role has wrestling played? And other than that, how do you feel your game has evolved? And aside from wrestling, where do you feel the strongest?
Sure. Yeah, well, two-part question. Starting on the first, wrestling is very helpful physically. It's not the whole deal. Some guy, it used to be if you could just take a guy down, that was all you needed to do. It's not. It's helpful. Mentally, it's great. Mentally, wrestlers work very hard. They're used to the grind. They're used to going twice a day. They're used to going when they don't feel good. You'd be shocked at how many of these fighters will pull out of a fight. I've never missed a competition. Been competing since I was 9 years old. I've never missed a competition due to illness or injury. It's not because I haven't been hurt. It's not because I haven't been sick. But as a wrestler, on Saturday morning, when your dad wakes you up, you get up and you get in the car and you go weigh in and you take on whoever shows up. And fighting's different. You'd be real surprised how many guys say they're fighters, say they want to be fighters. But when that matchmaker calls behind closed doors, all of a sudden they become scaredy cats. And that's fine, but you won't see a lot of that from wrestlers.
Yeah.
Wrestlers are just used to competing. And the other side of that is losing. And on a wrestler, you'll lose 3 or 4 times in a month.
Yeah.
You could lose 2 times in one day. Whereas a fighter, if he loses once in a year, it's devastating. And to a wrestler, you just brush it off, and 20 minutes later, you're on the mat again. So you better be able to move past that. So, I think being able to deal with failure mentally is a real leg up for a wrestler.
Absolutely. And then what part of your game you feel has evolved the most aside from your wrestling?
Oh, sure, the second part. Well, a little bit of everything. I have a hard time with the question because I really try to do everything, and I'm not comfortable anywhere. I'm insecure at all times in every position.
Really?
There's so many options, and guys know so many different things that there's never a place where I go, okay, good, we're finally to this position. There's never a position in that entire fight that I want to be in. So, with that said, there's also not very many positions where I genuinely don't want to be.
Okay.
So there is a little bit of a balance there, but I don't think that'll ever go away. The sport continues to evolve. So if you want to evolve with it, you have to continue to get better and never say, hey, I'm there, I know it all yet. You've got to say, no, I don't. I've got to listen to anybody willing to teach. And I think that goes for any sport. I don't think you'd find, it's the Olympic, the Winter Games right now, I don't think you'd find a snowboarder or a skier or whatever events are going on when they said, hey, I know it all. To be a good athlete, you really got to be open.
Just might be more exponentially this since it's so new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, no, absolutely. And there's so many different things you can do with your feet, so many different things with your knees, so many things with your elbows, your hands, your positioning.
Yeah.
So, you got to really have an open mind.